Hello students. So today we are going to start a new chapter cell and the chapter diversity in living organism that we will cover later. So let us start. So first of all we should know that cell is the structural and functional unit of life. It is the basic unit of life actually, because you know that you have read in 8th class that cell make tissue make organ make organ system, and organ system make whole body of organism. So the body of all organisms is made up of the small unit that is called cell, and cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. Because if we take the example of amoeba, then amoeba has one cell, it is unicellular, and this one cell is capable of independent existence, and it can carry out all the functions which are necessary for the amoeba. So we can say that it is the structural, it is a fundamental unit of life. Without cell the organization is not possible. Now let us talk about the discovery of cell. The cell was first discovered by a scientist, Robert Hooke, and this is very important. In 1665 he observed the cell first time by his primitive microscope, by his self designed microscope that is shown in the picture, and he observed very thin cork slice, and in that cork slice he observed very small compartments, and he named these compartments as cell. Okay, he named these compartments, वो जो छोटे जो compartments थे उन्होंने उनको बोला cell. Okay, and what is cork? Cork is the layer which is present beneath the bark of a tree. Okay, now some other discoveries are Anton von Leeuwenhoek in 1674 discovered the free living cells in pond water. Free living cells means they are not dependent on any other organisms, and all these discoveries he has made by his improved microscope. So mainly he contribute for the microscope that was improved by the Leeuwenhoek. Then Robert Brown in 1831 discovered the nucleus. Okay, and in 1839 Purkinje he coined the term protoplasm for the fluid substance in the cell. The fluid substance which is present in the cell, he named it as protoplasm, that we will study later. Now the cell theory. Cell theory was given by two biologists, Sheldon and Shevon, in 1838 and 1839. According to the cell theory which was given by Sheldon and Shevon, all the plants and animals are composed of cell. Means all the organisms, living organisms, mainly plants and animals, are composed of cell. Means the cell is the basic unit of life. Okay, but this cell theory was expanded by Virchow in 1855, and he added one more point to this cell theory, and that was cell arise from pre-existing cell. जो सेल आज प्रेजेंट है वो पहले कोई जो सेल प्रेजेंट था उससे अराइज हुआ है. Okay, so there are 3 points in the cell theory. All the plants and animals are composed of cell. Cell is the basic unit of life, and all the cells arise from the pre-existing cell. Now there is a lot of diversity in the shape and size of the cells. If we talk about the human body, in our body only there are many types of cells. They have different shapes and sizes. So the longest cell which is present in the human body is nerve cell, or we can say neuron. Okay, and the largest cell present in the human body is ovum or egg or female gamete. It is the gamete which is present in the female, so it is called ovum. And the smallest cell which is present in human body is sperm, male gamete. And if we talk about the overall, the largest cell is the ostrich cell, egg, sorry. The largest cell is ostrich egg. Okay, and the smallest cell is PPLO, that is pleuropneumonia like organism. And this PPLO is a mycoplasma. What is mycoplasma? Mycoplasma are the organisms which are similar to bacteria, but they do not have cell wall. Remember one thing, they do not have cell wall, they are just similar to bacteria. Now, there are two types of organisms. If we talk about the number of cells, there are two types of organisms. One is unicellular and the second one are multicellular. Unicellular organisms are the organisms which have only one cell, and multicellular organisms have more than one cell. So here is the difference between unicellular and multicellular organism. In unicellular organism, these have only one cell and all the functions are performed by this one cell only. Okay, it has one cell and all the functions are performed by the single cell. Clear? And the multicellular organisms have more than one cell. There is a group of cells, okay, which make tissue, organ system. There can be any type of cellular organization. They can have tissue level, they can have organs level, then they can have organ system level. So there is complete division of labor. हर काम बटा होता है. like kidney किस में help करती है? in filtering the blood, in the reabsorption. okay, डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम है, डाइजेशन में हेल्प करता है. रेस्पिरेटरी सिस्टम है, वो रेस्पिरेशन में हेल्प करता है. सो देयर इज डिवीजन ऑफ लेबर. ऑल द सेल्स आर हैविंग डिफरेंट फंक्शंस. सो एग्जांपल्स आर फंजाई, प्लांट्स एंड animals. In fungi there is one exception, that is yeast. Yeast is unicellular fungi. And if we talk about the unicellular organism, the examples are amoeba, paramecium and euglena. So that was about the types of organisms based on the number of cells present in them. Now there are two types of cells which are prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Two types of cells are prokaryotic cell or eukaryotic cells, and the organisms which have these types of cells are known as prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Okay, so prokaryotes are those organisms which have which do not have membrane bound cell organelles, like mitochondria, Golgi apparatus. These organelles are absent in prokaryotes, and in eukaryotes all the membrane bound cell organelles like mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, lysosomes, okay, and vacuoles, these all are present. Okay, in the next slide we will talk about the difference between prokaryotes and eukaryotes. So now the difference between prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. Mainly the main difference between prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell is prokaryotic cell have do not have well defined nuclear region, means they do not have nuclear membrane, and that structure is known as nucleoid. In the next slide we will see the structure of prokaryotic cell, that is very important. So the nuclear region is not well defined, it is in the coiled form. Okay, it is not surrounded by any membrane. Okay, but on the other hand eukaryotic cells have a well defined nuclear region. They have nuclear membrane, they have pores, they have nucleolus, they have chromatin material, everything is there in the eukaryotic cell. So they have a well defined nuclear region that is called nucleus. Okay, and If we talk about the chromosomes, the prokaryotic cells have single chromosome. On the other hand, the eukaryotic cells have more than one chromosome. Prokaryotic cells do not have membrane bound cell organelles. Which membrane bound cell organelles? Mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, lysosomes, vacuoles, or all these organelles are not present in the prokaryotic cells, but in the eukaryotic cells all these organelles are present, and prokaryotic cells are generally small in size and eukaryotic cells are generally large in size. So here is the structure of prokaryotic cell, and this is very important because this is in this chapter also, and that this structure you have to learn in the diversity chapter in the Monera also. Okay, so this structure is very important. The outer layer is called cell wall. The layer which is present inside the cell wall is cell membrane. Then there is nucleoid, which is not a well defined nuclear region. It do not have well defined nuclear region, so it is nucleoid. It is not surrounded by any membrane. Then cytoplasm is there, and ribosomes are not having any membrane, so these are prokaryotic cells which do not have membrane bound cell organelles and which do not have any nuclear region, well defined nuclear region which is surrounded by a nuclear membrane. So this was all about the basic concepts of the cell chapter. So in the next video we will talk about the structure of the cell. Thank you students for watching this video, and if you like this video then please subscribe to my channel and like and share this video. In case you have any doubt, then you can post your doubt in the comment section below.